Luke Littler didn't just show up in the world of darts, he burst into the scene like a firework. At only 17 years old, he became the youngest ever PDC World Darts Champion. They call him the Nuke for a reason.
Can he? Can he? Yes! You beauty!
After that came a Premier League title, a Grand Slam win, a flood of prize money, and millions of fans worldwide. But today's episode of Darts Decoded isn't just a story about trophies or headlines. It's about you. If you're here, there's a good chance you've stood at the 𝗯𝘂𝘀𝘀𝘀 with your hand trembling, watched a double. You usually hit sail wide, and wondered why the nerves always show up when it matters most. You've probably even questioned your own ability and asked yourself in frustration why you can't bring your practice game into real matches. The answer might surprise you, because while Littler clearly has talent, that's not what makes him stand out. His true edge lies in his mindset. A way of thinking and feeling about the game that transforms pressure into performance. And you can learn it. This isn't another how-to guide on grip or stance. It's a mirror, a journey of mindset through the lens of Luke Littler's ascent. By the time you're done with this video, you won't just understand what makes Littler remarkable, you'll start recognizing how you can apply that same inner game to your own path forward. Many players say they believe in themselves, but more often than not, their trust lies in things outside themselves. The dartboard at home where they hit 180s in silence, the lucky flights they won't replace, the comfort of a solo rhythm where no one's watching. But Luke Littler isn't like this. The star player had belief in himself right from a very young age, not just any kind of belief. We're talking about the kind that holds steady when everything else is shaking. And here's the thing, the real test of belief is what happens when the pressure is real and everyone's eyes are on you. That's where Littler thrives. Before he stepped up for his World Championship debut, he referred to his opponent Brendan Dolan as just another player in my way. That wasn't arrogance, it was conviction. But don't mistake confidence for fearlessness. Littler openly admitted that during the final, even after going 2 sets up, he was shaking. His heart pounded like anyone else's. The difference was what he told himself, just relax. In that moment, he didn't deny his nerves. He acknowledged them and chose composure anyway. This is your first real shift. Understanding that self-belief doesn't mean being immune to nerves, but learning how to manage them. Littler has mastered this art so much so that Dr. Linda Duffy, a sports psychologist, once said that he operates inside what she calls a mental bubble, a zone where external distractions blur, and the only thing that matters is the next dart. You can build your own bubble too, and it starts with daily rituals that affirm your readiness. Reflect on your wins, no matter how small. Before every match, jot down 3 strengths in your game. But don't stop there. After each throw, anchor yourself with a simple cue word. Words like focus, release, or breathe will go a long way. These aren't just motivational slogans. They'll remind your body what to do when your mind starts to spiral. Enjoying this video? Hit that subscribe button to subscribe to our channel. We're here to guide you every step of the way to becoming the best player you can be. Now, let's go on to address something you might not expect. Luke Littler doesn't follow a traditional routine. He doesn't wake up at dawn or practice until his fingers blister. He stays up till 3 a.m. playing Xbox, sleeps until early afternoon, and often limits his practice to just 30 minutes a day. To many pros, this sounds absurd. One time, Littler was even seen playing on his phone between matches while others were locked into intense warm-ups. But here's the twist. Littler knows himself. His routine may be unconventional, but it helps preserve his energy and mental sharpness. Have you discovered what works for you? Let us know in the comments. Buckle up, because this is where most players make a common error. They often equate volume with value, grinding for hours because they think more time equals better results. But that's not always true. Over-practicing can wear you down and instill bad habits in you. So, instead of chasing endless hours, follow Littler's lead and pursue purposeful reps, practice in short, focused blocks, and then stop before burnout kicks in. This may seem unconventional, but ending your sessions with a win, whether it's nailing your outshot, throwing a crisp 140, or simply walking away with rhythm intact, will help improve your game. This next aspect of Littler's approach is quite interesting. Beyond the 𝗂𝘂𝘀𝗀𝘀, Littler understands the value of comfort. Sometime in January 2024, at one of the biggest games of his life, he revealed that he eats the same things before matches: omelet and pizza, not exactly for peak nutrition, but for familiarity. These rituals create emotional safety, allowing him to enter a game without added anxiety. The pressure from knowing that over 2 million viewers would tune into the match didn't stop him from doing the very same things he was familiar with. Your own rituals might look different. A favorite playlist, a lucky shirt, a quick moment of solitude. What matters is the psychological comfort it provides. Progress isn't just about performance. It's about self-awareness and crafting a life that supports your game, not one that drains it. Of course, even with belief and routine, setbacks come. So how does Littler respond when things go sideways? Let's rewind to the Premier League semifinals. The crowd roared, not for him, but for Luke Humphries. Down 5-4, Littler needed 2 legs to win, or his shot at the title was gone. What he did will leave you in awe. He remained calm and composed, and as you would expect, he won both legs. No drama, no panic, just composure. That's resilience in action. Not just the ability to bounce back, but to stay composed when the stakes are sky high. Speaking of resilience, it's non-negotiable for dart players. And the good news? It's a skill you can build. Littler doesn't just hope things go his way. He reads opponents, studies body language, and spots subtle shifts in confidence. "If I go up 2 or 3 legs," he once said, "I can see them throwing their darts away. That's when I know I've got them." Now, that's not luck. That's mental sharpness. If you've been wanting to develop that same edge, the kind that keeps your head clear and your hands steady under pressure, our Never Nervous Again guide was made for you. It breaks down how to master your nerves and play with calm confidence every single time. Click the link in the description to get started. Like Littler, you can turn momentum into victory. But that's just one aspect of building resilience and grit. Let's make it even more practical. One thing you can do to build grit is to practice matches where you start behind. When you lose, analyze instead of criticize. Ask yourself, what broke, what held strong, and above all, internalize the mindset that Littler lives by. Just let the darts go. That phrase might sound simple, but it captures a psychological breakthrough. In sports psychology, this is known as the release point, where control gives way to trust. It's the moment your mind steps back and lets your body, trained through thousands of throws, take over. In a deciding leg, this is everything. Not more effort, not more thinking, just letting go. But what happens after success? How do you stay motivated when the big prize has already been won? For Littler, the answer is hunger. He's won millions and tasted victory on the biggest stages. Yet, his drive hasn't reduced one bit. He doesn't play for applause or paychecks. He plays to compete, to improve and to win, because winning feels like the truest version of himself. So ask yourself, why do you play? What part of the game do you love most? Is it the rhythm of a good leg? The tension of a close finish? The challenge of hitting your out under pressure? Your fire doesn't have to look like Littler's, but it must be yours. That internal flame is what carries you through bad weeks, tough losses, and slumps in form. Without it, you'll start showing up out of duty, but with it, you'll play with purpose. Luke Littler's rise isn't a fairy tale, it's a roadmap, one that teaches us that greatness isn't reserved for the naturally gifted or the obsessively disciplined. It's built on belief when no one's watching. Habits that respect your individuality, the courage to keep going when it's easier to fold, and the unshakable desire to play your heart out, win or lose. So, Find a routine that fits your lifestyle and protects your mental fuel. Strengthen your resilience by treating every loss as a lesson, not a verdict. And above all, feed your hunger, not with validation, but with vision. Then, when the match is close and the lights are bright and the pressure peaks, take a breath, ground yourself in who you've become, and let the darts go. Because this was never just about Luke Littler. It's always been about you. The player you were, the player you are, and the champion you're on your way to becoming. That was Darts Decoded's Luke Littler's Mindset. Like this video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on exciting darts content made just for you. But don't stop there. Check our video on Luke Littler's Throw Decoded for more insights into the player's style that will help fine-tune your game for maximum accuracy. Thanks for watching. Watch, learn, and win.